Today I'm going to talk about the Titanic. The Titanic was a cruise ship which set sail in 1912. It was considered one of the biggest ships of its time, and it was. But it also was one of the most luxurious ones, as it had a gymnasium, a swimming pool, a cafe, and absolutely delicious food. But all the money that was put into building this amazing ship was wasted on nothing, as it sank on April 15th, 1912, and hit an iceberg. It sent many signals, and in Carpathia, a ship which was pretty far away was the only one that could receive it. And so it headed towards the Titanic. The Titanic could wreck, killed more than half of the amount of crew and passengers on board the ship. Only about 760 people survived the Titanic sinking. One reason was because there weren't enough lifeboats, and another reason was because Captain Smith was warned about icebergs, that there were many icebergs in the zone that they were sailing on, and he did take care of that. But then instead of showing people how to go call me into lifeboats so that not many of them would die, instead he just canceled the whole kind of test, I would say. And so more than half of the entire crew and passengers died, and most of them died because of hypothermia, as the waters in the North Atlantic were very, very cold. Titanic could have been also saved and could have never even touched the iceberg if one single man hadn't left the ship before it left, as there was one man, and he was the only man with the keys which led to the room in which the binoculars were put in. But he left in a hurry quickly before the ship left harbor, but forgot to give the keys to one of the crew. So nobody would have access to the binoculars, and they wouldn't have seen the iceberg before it was too late. And so the Titanic would have not sank. The Titanic was one of the biggest ships of its time, and sadly sank. I chose this topic about the Titanic because it's very interesting to see how people would react back on those times. Something disastrous is happening. What would they do in that case? And this is a great example which tells me how people thought back then and what's the difference between them right and us right now. Thank you. And this was History of the Titanic.